Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of FettylationsRatedR. I'm joined here by my friend and co-host, Regan Rice.
I'm sure you guys remember.
Awesome to be here.
Oh, wait. Good to have you back, brother. And we're joined here by two very interesting ladies. We just had a conversation with them, and I think you guys are going to be very entertained throughout this podcast. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. Starting with Katya, just tell us your name, your age, and what you spend most of your time doing.
My name is Katya. 18, turning 19.
No ways, actually.
You know this.
No, I thought you were much older, but okay. At least
What? How old did you think I was?
I thought you were like 20 or something.
But
I'm trying to bore with the older kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then what do I spend most of the time with? Probably studies,
okay,
to be honest.
okay, fair enough. Green flag, yes.
Red flag.
And you?
I'm Karis, I'm 19, and I spend most of my time like gymming probably.
Oh, yeah, another green flag.
Yeah, she's a green flag.
As you guys can tell, there's a lot of green flags around, so take out
Your list of what you need to find in a woman, because this is what we're here to help you find, my friend, because there's a lot of bad chicks out there and we want to avoid them by any means necessary.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks. Are you guys single? Sorry. Yes, okay. Why are you guys single? Let's get straight.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
No, you go. Ladies first.
Okay. I wasn't single, so I was in a 1.5-year relationship.
Oh, wow.
He dumped me in December.
This December?
Yes.
Okay, so you're like still fresh out. Okay, fair enough. And you, Katya?
I'm single by choice.
Okay.
Don't like relationships. It's not something I'm keen for or important for me. I think right now is focusing on my future and getting where I need to get. I have a 5-year goal and I'm trying to get there instead of being like with a guy and be like, oh, fuff around with him and then what?
When's the last time you had a relationship?
I've never been in a relationship.
Seriously?
That mindset. Yeah.
Hectic.
Hectic. I know.
That's pretty interesting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Pretty interesting.
what would you prefer? Would you prefer your girlfriend having had experience, or would you?
So I don't have experience.
No, I mean like
Relationship experience. Would you prefer she had relationship experience, or maybe she had dated like 4 or 5 guys?
Dating is fine. If she slept with more than like 5 guys, then it's.
I mean,
then
she
it's
dated them,
that's a
bro,
red
so
flag.
obviously she's
Hey.
slept with them.
Just because you date someone doesn't mean you sleep with them.
Okay, fair enough.
I've dated a lot of guys, like 4 main guys.
Oh.
Doesn't mean I've slept with them.
I thought you said you never been in a relationship.
Well, you know what like a relationship is when you make it like official.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
I was more situationships with them, but I could have easily slept with them.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I did.
Okay.
And I mean, we were months together. I just said no every single time they asked me out.
Shame. Why'd you say no?
I don't think they were right for me.
Okay.
The one guy was, but then he turned out to be a complete asshole. I think that's like the best, nicest way to say it.
Yeah.
More PG, but
Fair enough. So you made the right choice at the end of the day.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
I think it doesn't necessarily mean that they slept with someone, but like realistically speaking, if we're generalizing in the whole spectrum, you probably did sleep with them. And if you dated 4 people as a chick, you probably slept with more than 4 people. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah,
You
true.
know, the breakups and stuff like that. So for me personally, I would rather have had a girl that's had experience, like 4 or 5 relationships, even if that means she's like slept with more people. Like, realistically speaking, because like relationships are hard, bro. And I think Katya's made the right decision not being in a relationship, because I feel like it's a lot of work, it's a responsibility.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
She knows how to fight for something, and trust me,
like for me, what I've picked up on is the older you get, the more the girls our age sort of advance in a way. Like they pick up our habits. So I know a lot of people that have like been cheating on this girl for like 2-3 years. And then recently the girl starts doing it back, and it's all of a sudden a problem. And I'm like, well, it's a taste of your own medicine. It just doesn't feel nice because you're a guy. You know what I mean? So like it's all about how a girl's been treated. So with Katya, it's actually like, it's interesting because obviously there's no like PTSD there. There's no like, oh my gosh, my guy's cheated on me and all this kind of stuff. Like, and you don't want to connect with people. Sorry,
how long was your longest situationship?
because I feel like those are realer than relationships nowadays. Yeah, like
4 5 months.
4 or 5 months, okay, decent.
But I didn't say that I don't have PTSD.
Okay.
I think the one relationship was the first guy. I think that was like the worst. I would rather stay away from that for the rest of my fucking life. If that's the guy that is the only guy out there, then it's rather stay single.
Yeah, but then the second guy, right, was better.
better.
Maybe you're the problem. Have you thought about
Not
that?
great, but better.
No. Maybe the third guy I would say was a bit better, but he was, again, like, I seem to go for guys that seem to want to put a trophy wife, so put him here and me here.
And you don't like that?
No, I want us
Not
to
a
be
fan of that.
equal. Like, I will have the same respect with you if you have the same respect with me. That's fair game. Like, if we were dating, I would respect you for being you, and you have to respect me. That's just fair game.
Okay, so you think men and women are equal?
I don't think they're equal.
think they should be equal?
Physically, they are equal, but also men have different mindsets and women have different mindsets. But in a relationship, you should be equal.
You said yes as well, right? But I'm sure, like, if you had a husband, you'd want someone who's able to take care of you and protect you and stuff like that. Of course. So then that doesn't make it equal, does it? Though.
But he would want the same.
That should be able to protect him.
I don't think a relationship works if you are equal in the relationship, though. Because as far as I've seen in my life, unless the girl likes the guy more than the guy likes the girl, the relationship fails 9 times out of 10.
That's true.
But like, let's think of a marriage. My parents don't think lower than each other. I mean, my parents, you've seen how my parents act.
Yeah.
Yes, he pays the bills, but so does my mother.
Yeah.
They pay equal bills. They love each other equally. If he has to go on a bike ride, she will go to work. And if she's off, they'll go to a bike ride together. Or even sometimes he doesn't go on a bike ride without it. So like, there's that equal respect, equal opportunities to put into the relationship. But I don't think that you should degrade your wife or your husband, because it happens quite often is when the wife degrades the husband.
Yeah.
So that's irrespective, but yeah, they're not really necessarily equal, I would say.
Maybe your parents are just really good at like keeping you out the loop, because I think every relationship has someone who's in charge and who isn't. Right. Whereas it might seem like with yours that they're kind of on the same like railing. I wouldn't say I believe in equality. I believe in equity. Right. Is that the right word?
I think so.
I think it's equity. So like, obviously, if I'm like tall enough to see somewhere and my child isn't, I would put like a stand for him, and then I will sort of on the same level.
Are you thinking of that picture?
Exactly,
like,
that picture. Yes, exactly. So that's what I think I believe in. And like,
For me personally, like I believe that the woman in the relationship brings different things than the man does. And if we look at society, for example, like I feel like when women tell me that there's a lot of pressure for them to look pretty and there's so many pretty girls around them and blah blah blah, this and that, I think to myself, well, for us, we are like insecure about everything, not just our looks, it's everything, our personality, how we speak, how we move, what we drive, you know what I mean, everything. And then it's just like the looks for you guys, and it's like, I mean, there is levels to this, right? I'm not like I'm not invalidating your emotions or your struggle or whatnot. I just think that men have more responsibility, that which makes them more the power in the relationship.
you know, like if
I have to disagree with you there, and I know that she is also biting her fucking tongue right now. Do you agree?
I think men have a lot of pressure put on them to be the breadwinner, be the protector, be this, don't show emotions, don't do this, don't do that, because it's seen as, oh, now you're the
But
bitch
who
in the
put
relationship.
those there?
Society.
Men.
yeah,
Society.
fair.
And women
Society.
yes, maybe men put them in, but women are still enforcing them. In relationships, women are still expecting that from men. That
I'm
isn't
not
changing.
expecting that.
Maybe we aren't, but majority of the women that I see are.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
know.
you have the same attraction towards a man, like if one man earned more than you and then you earn more than another man? Like if
No,
you
the attraction is not different. I would be just as equally
Yeah.
attracted to somebody earning more than me than earning less than me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds brilliant in theory, but
Yeah,
with the
it does.
same thing with the statistics, like there have been studies done that have proven that no matter how many times that has been said, it just doesn't hold true. If a woman earns the same as her man, it can work, but if a woman earns more than her man, then she picks up 9 times out of 10 picks up the dominant role in the relationship.
I think
and then 9
eventually
times out of 10
it
it
Yeah, I
ends.
do see that. Like, I'm thinking about a relationship that I know. It's an older couple. She's the breadwinner, and he moved from a country overseas, and he couldn't find a job. I don't think he did find a job. I think he was just a model, so they didn't ever like find him a job. And now she's a CEO, but they are a very happy couple. Like, I don't think we've ever seen them fight. Like, we're very in the family because my sister's dating the brother, but you do see like a more feminine role in the dad. Like, he cooks, he cleans, he's like, I do see what you're talking about now.
But how is that a bad thing?
How's that a bad thing? I feel like that's equality. She
Yeah,
brings
of course.
home the money and he keeps the children in place. I mean, he raised the children, so did she. I mean, they're equally looking after the kids and equally running a household.
Of course. I'm just giving a theory to everybody like that's younger than me that majority of women are not going to appreciate the purity of what you're trying to give them, where it's love or care. They're more going to appreciate the materialistic things. And for me personally, so if you look at the stats, I was looking at it before I came here, and like divorces are like really high right now, and the biggest reason for most divorces is financial issues. And I can promise you right now, it's not because a man is going, my wife's not earning enough, I'm leaving. It's more the chick is like, okay, like you're not doing what you need to do, and then they leave the relationship. So I'm saying like that's really sad, because like money and that stuff and materialistic things aren't really real, and that like love and all that stuff is really pure. And the fact that the biggest reason is something that's so fake that is breaking up families, and
I think it comes with maturity and perspective. Like I think a lot of women don't choose to see what a man is going through. I feel like a lot of us are like we have problems. We have been unequal to men for so long.
Yeah, and I feel like we shouldn't be focusing on that anymore. Let's focus on what we're struggling with now.
What I'm experiencing is that nowadays we as women were down here, and now through time we've kind of already equalized, but we don't want to see it. We choose not to see it. We choose to fight more for more equality.
Because we want to be better. Like, I know this is a very controversial thing and women don't like speaking about it, but sometimes women, like these feminists, I mean, feminism means equality to all genders. Like,
it's been forgotten.
If you have Googled what like feminism is about, it's not about women being better. It's about us upgrading what we hadn't had to what we can have now. But now with men, they want to also break the barriers. I mean, men are dressing more feminine now. Men want to be equal.
Are you attracted to that stuff? Like if a guy's wearing a crop top, or does it decrease your attraction?
Honestly, you be you, boo. I mean,
but I'm talking about you personally. It's like, does the attraction decrease or what?
No,
it stays the same.
If that man is chunky and has a bit of like a crop top, I'm like, you chunky, I like it.
She likes dad bods. You like
dad bods?
Yeah. Show a bit of that skin.
Haram!
I don't know what's happening with the dad bod thing. It seems to be trending now.
I just
it's
like,
weird.
I'm not attracted to like a six pack or like, I'm more personality driven. So whatever body type you do have, I do not like skinny guys, but I can bear it.
But do you
know what erotica novels are?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Think of the guys that are described in those erotica novels.
But I don't read that.
Are there any guys being described with big flabby dad bodies, skinny?
Anyway, so like, let's think about that.
Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. You can find out if you like them.
Okay.
What was it?
My man.
Yeah, all the stuff you guys are saying sounds good in theory, but it just doesn't feel realistic to me. Like one thing I've learned is that look at what a woman does rather than what she says, because a lot of them will sell you a dream of what they want, but then you know what they want, you can feel what they want, you feel what you need to do. And I feel no problem with that. I just think that like if the guy who has the personality, which is what you're attracted to, and has all the other stuff that you really don't care about, he's going to beat the guy who just has the personality going for him.
Yeah.
So rather get all of the fucking coins instead of just picking one, because personality you're born with, you know what I mean? And one thing I've come to find is that even if you have one thing, there's always going to be something else you don't have that you have to attain through like hard work and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's just the...
And at the same time, what is personality? Because you can get a guy who's like more feminine and you could say he has a great personality, he's a super nice guy. But what personality to me would be is the guy masculine? Does he have a masculine personality? Because when women say that they want to go with personality, they're talking about a guy who is masculine, projects his masculinity.
No, that's when we speak about personality, we want to see if you're
funny, if you make conversation.
If you have a family, are you a family guy? Are you surrounded by your friends?
That's nice. But how long do you think the funny part lasts? Like, look at Pete Davidson. How long do you think he's gonna keep? Do you think he's gonna find a wife? Girls like to have fun, and you can have a nice, beautiful relationship for 6 months. That's funny, amazing.
So you're not actually funny, are you?
What do you mean, me?
He's coming out with his lies now. He's been like, I'm a funny guy, and now he's like, I'm actually not that funny.
I've never said that. You called me funny, I believe.
I don't. Where's the receipt? That one.
These girls just pull things out of the air.
I like what you said there about the family-driven thing. I think that's really sweet.
That's attractive to me. If you can, even though I don't know if I want kids, I still think that it's attractive because you are a nice person, you find family important, you find friends important. Like with me, when I dated the one guy, the reason why we broke up is because he was jealous of me being with my family and Karis. Like he was continuously drilling me about being at our house, being in my family. I couldn't spend time with my family without him annoying me. Without, not even annoying, just threatening me blatantly, like saying, if you don't come over right now, I'm going to break up with you.
Yeah.
And I told him at the start of the relationship, my friends and my family come first. And that is, so if a guy does that and he says his friends and family come first, I put my hands back, because that is facts. That's the same with me.
But do you not think you're gonna fight for his attention more, or his affection? Like
No,
naturally-
because if he actually likes me, then I don't need to
Naturally, I
fight
think
for
so.
his... No, I'm not going to fight for his attention. Really, I don't give two shits about the guy if he gives me attention or not.
Depends on the girl.
It does depend on the goal. With me, I'm a very...
Yeah, but how self-aware do you think you are? Because as I said, it's natural. Like for me as well. Like I was dating the last girl I was dating. She had I think 7 siblings, and like it was so cute. Like I loved all of them. It was adorable, and her mom and her dad, nice people. But at some point, I found myself really hating the fact that she had 7 siblings, because now her attention is so fucking spread out, and I can't like
Seems
the
like she
10th
never has
person.
time for you.
Exactly, bro. But I understood why. But I didn't like it.
But with me, I have a massive family as well. And remember the guy... That guy? I brought
We
him
also
to
want to
family
know what
roast.
guy. Tell us.
We're not going to mention names because that gets a bit
But
personal.
think about it. Okay, let's say,
I mean, I invited him to family things all the time.
yeah,
I introduced him into that side of my... And he did the same. We would start spending time with family when it was appropriate. Like, I'm not going to bring him to my grandmother's funeral, but I will bring him to my grandmother's bride. You understand? There's a time and place for everything.
imagine being in a relationship with someone for over a year, and every single day you have to fight for their attention because they're busy somewhere else. At some point, even though you understand why their attention is someone else and it's a good reason, there's still going to be a small part of you that's like, I want more of that. I want some of that attention for me.
But would you not think that he would start prioritizing me too? Because then that's not the right guy. He's not
after a
prioritizing.
year,
Yeah, but you said you were into the
Family orientated
yeah,
thing.
family
Yes,
and
I
friends
am,
first.
but don't like... Family is important.
but get your priorities straight.
Yes.
So what
Like,
happened?
if you're
Still
dating me,
make
don't...
us a priority.
Like, I'm supposed to be a priority as well, but you can choose your priorities with the levels. Like, you don't have to put me above your family. I don't want that, because family comes first. If I die, you're going to mourn me for like, what, a few months. If your mother dies, you're going to mourn her for like, hopefully more than a few months.
Yeah, but like as I was saying though, like if like with the girl I was with, she had 7 siblings,
Yeah.
and like 3. So like even though I understood that I wasn't the first priority and I understood why, I still felt it, bro. It was like a week would go by with me not seeing her, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I need to see you.
and then your
But-
mind starts racing.
Exactly.
You start overthinking, like, does she not love me? Does she not care?
Exactly.
With
I'm just
me, I wouldn't mind not seeing him for a week.
you see,
But it comes
It's
with the
different.
relationship.
Yeah.
Like, time in the relationship.
yeah, I mean, like we're just one examples, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're really self-aware, I know I want my chick's undivided attention almost at all times. I want her to prioritize me. I feel like women don't understand how much men fall for them and how much power they
Yeah,
have. over men.
definitely.
Yeah.
Like there was this one girl.
Live about that.
Yeah, you need to be more. Like there was one girl yesterday. She smiled at me and said I smelled good. And for the rest of the
She
day,
smiled you?
She smiled at me. She smiled at me. She smiled and said
Yeah?
I smelled good. And for the rest of the fucking day, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Which is like, it's not like me though. And I couldn't control it. Like I'm a simp, right? I'm a simp.
You are a simp. As much as you don't want to be, you
Yeah,
are a simp.
exactly.
A chick will look at you and for the rest of the year be like, wait, is that chick, bro?
Nah, that's not me. But
Are you sure about that, Betty? Are you sure about that?
it depends though. What is a simp, Regan? Like, what would you describe a simp as?
A guy that's obsessed with girls?
Do you think I'm a simp?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't think
I'm a simp.
I don't think simp's a bad thing though.
Only a Western man would listen to this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do. Oh,
Do you
please fuck
really?
off.
Do you really?
Well, it depends on what everyone defines as simp.
Yeah,
like
it's
my
different
definition of
personalities.
simp is somebody that's
Oh,
like
personalities.
really caring and like showing you how much they care.
What? That word's not in my vocabulary.
Like no matter
That's
what
not a simp,
their
though.
friends say, no matter what I say, and no matter what he thinks, like he's
Like
still
she's saying, if
showing me
he wants to think
undividedly.
about it, he won't give a shit about your opinion about like saying.
Like most guys these days that I know at least won't message a girl right after a date because their friends are saying you can't come on too strong.
Which is true though. Which is true. Do you guys like clingy guys?
Honestly,
Is that an ick?
a little bit. A little
I
bit
like
of clinginess is
clinginess,
good. I think every guy has a bit of clinginess in him, and
Yeah.
girls don't want to see that.
But that's what I mean, right? So even though like I could think about a girl the whole day and I won't message her just because I know the game. Like what you said, you can go on a date. I'm not gonna message you straight away.
Fuck the game.
Fucking game.
No, but you can't fuck the game.
You can't fuck the game.
You can't fuck the game. The game is
Trust
there.
me. We have a game as well. And you know what the game's called? Fuck the game. We will double check. It's not about.
That's fucking haram. That's atrocious. That's disgusting.
It's not about like anymore. Like grow a fucking pair of balls and message her. Like
if you like me
cheapers.
enough to double text me, do it. It shows that you like me. It shows
Like
that
if
you're
you-
interested. I'm
if
not
I
sitting
didn't-
here guessing how you feel about me.
If I've not checked your message because I'm like busy with like at school or something, and you need to tell me something to not forget about it, type in your phone. If you don't want to send it now, okay, wait for my reply, then send it. But really, grow a fucking pair of balls and just send the message. Be like, I'm only gonna meet you like this time.
No, but okay, you can't double text all the time now, can you? You can do it
why
once in a
not?
while. Of course, but like eventually it's gonna feel like you're giving more than you're receiving. You know what I mean?
Let's just quickly check his chats.
Okay,
So
fair
like
enough.
if you're double texting and she's
Taking out the receipts, boys. This
I'm
is
checking
all.
out his.
This
That's
is
3 messages.
This is
that's
all.
4 messages.
It's a facade, bro. That shit ain't real.
Okay,
It's
let's
not
check
real.
Instagram because
Photoshopped.
Instagram.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, we got a 1 minute long voice
Cap.
note, then a message,
Cap,
then a
bro.
message.
Cap. Wait.
6 messages here.
What about your messages? What about your messages? You also.
Babes.
Okay, but like.
1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Don't make me put this up.
1,
Don't make me
2.
put this up. Okay, fine. You made your point. We'll see if it's true. I'll put this up for everybody to see. I'm kidding.
Saying.
But I think there's nothing wrong with that as well. Like, just be normal, bro. Like, a lot of people, like, if you have to fucking pretend like you're busy and then act like, oh my gosh, I was busy, I couldn't. Then you ask yourself, what are you doing with your life, bro?
That's a complete waste of time.
Exactly.
If you're actually busy, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if like I'm texting you and you're like oh, I'm just gonna act busy and be like, sorry, I was on like a business call or some shit. Like I've gotten the most stupidest excuse, like, oh no, I was shopping. Okay, great on you. You couldn't even text me when you were like walking or something. Like, I mean, this man has left me on like red for 7 hours. What are you doing with your life with 7 hours? I know you took a shit, you went shopping, took another shit, rubbed that shit on your face, and then that was like, let me
Hectic.
text her.
But at the same time, people don't respect you if you're too available. Have you heard the saying, absence makes the heart go fonder?
Okay, that's fair. But like, Karis here lives me like on 3 days delivered, okay? Doesn't make my heart go fonder. It makes my heart stress. And it makes me want to throw up when she doesn't text me.
But let's say
But then you're thinking about it, right? Because if you're not thinking about the person because they're too available, then you lose interest in
I
them,
want you
right?
to be available, please, when I need you. She almost didn't make today.
I didn't even know if today was still happening. I didn't even know if it was
Because
today.
maybe
I
you
thought it
needed
was
to
last
respond
week.
to me.
Well, thank God she did. But yeah, that's a good point, right? That's a good point. That you want to think about you. That's the goal, right here. You want your girl to miss you, to love you, to adore you, the same way you adore her. The thing is, I don't think you guys understand that like it comes naturally for us. The minute we start dating, I'm already obsessed with you, and my goal now is to make you obsessed with me. I'm only saying this because like it's the truth. You know what I mean? It's the truth, and I do play the game. I do play the game. If I want you badly enough, I will make sure that I disappear for a good amount of time and come back at a certain amount of time to make sure that you miss me and crave my attention the whole time. And it's toxic as fuck. But it's the game. It's what you need to be. You can't not talk on the.
You know what the funny thing
can't
is?
say
This
his
mic is catching what they're saying. I can
Is
hear
it?
it. Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't think so. You know the guy, okay, so you know the guy at Boogie's?
Yeah.
So there was this guy that obviously, like, you also heard the story about, like, going fucking ballistic. I think that's what he's doing now. He's giving me, like, 2 months' time.
To miss him.
Because he's liking my Instagram stories and he's
Yo, what's up with that? What's up with a guy not messaging a girl for like hours or days or weeks, but liking her Instagram story every chance he can?
It's showing you that I'm thinking about you.
But why think
he's
about it
left
if
me
you're not gonna
undelivered
message me?
because he said that I was chasing him around, but I was the one looking for him. I was really just like flabbergasted. That's like the best. I was actually so pissed that night. I was stressing. I dressed nicely for him. I was ready to see him. I was excited. We were first supposed to go to a restaurant that pulled out. We were actually first supposed to meet at the rugby. Failed. Restaurant failed. Then we were supposed to meet at the Lapa. Failed. I go to the Lapa. I'm standing in the line. I see him. I'm like, I'm not going to go up to him. Like, I went up to him last time. I'm not going to have the balls in every fucking relationship I'm in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dog, you do seem very
Then
masculine.
he says, no, I saw you left. Where you going? I'm like,
I'm just being honest.
what did you say?
I say you do seem very masculine. Like
I am a masculine person, but that's why I need a guy to be more masculine than me. But I'm not saying you can't have femininity in him.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So you do want him to be...
Exactly.
Well, do you want me to have more balls than you? Because I mean, I don't have physical balls, but my ovaries are fucking big. So let's talk about that.
This is haram.
Think about it. Like every single relationship I've been, but I get very feminine in relationships. I mean, you've seen me in relationships. I'm very like, you know, like all fucking feminine.
The people that out masculine you.
I mean, my exes can't out masculine me. If I look back at them now, I'm like,
Yeah.
what fucking pussies? Like I know
That's another thing, bro.
vile language.
That's why I
but-
can't listen to guys in relationships, bro, because you're delusional. Your girl makes you think you're something you're not.
Girls give you confidence, but that
Because
girls
my boy's delusional now.
Oh, yeah, okay, yes, fair.
My chick's delusional.
Everybody is delusional to an extent, I
Yeah.
think. But I'm just saying, like, guys in relationships don't understand.
I'm fucking delusional.
Yes, no, we got that already.
That's a fair point though.
Yeah, but would you agree? I think women naturally want a dominant man, and men naturally want a submissive woman, right?
Would you not? I like that whole fucking...
In the bed or
Just in life, I like that whole...
In general.
That
I
whole-
know a lot of guys that want a girl to out-dominate them.
Yeah.
I also know.
Do they really though?
Yes.
Or is that what they tell
Do
you?
do you think that they really do, or is that just
Yeah,
because
no, I
society
know.
pushes it onto
No,
men
I
and then
know
they
they
think
really
that's
Yeah,
what they
some of
want?
the guys really do have kinks that they do like dominant people. I mean,
But they broken. But like...
Weird.
actually, wait, no facts.
But like, look here, I'm gonna sim for like
a second and show you why.
Going on my chat.
Probably, eh? And show you why I even DM'd Katya, bro. I saw this picture. And this is the opposite of a personality, boys. I'm telling you, catfish here. I'm joking.
I'm joking.
Fair enough.
But there's this picture over here. Look at this picture.
Look,
No, fuck off.
Look
That
at how
photo-
submissive she looks.
That photo.
It is so like
Yes.
attractive, man.
I
and
did
then
that
you
on
speak, and then you
purpose.
speak to her,
I did
And then
that
she's
on
like, fuck you,
purpose.
bitch. I got a bigger balls than you. And I'm like, bro,
Exactly. What the fuck?
this is not what I signed up for.
I did it on
Catfish.
I know, but that's the game. That's the game right there, right?
Yeah,
you
you
did
see,
it on
that's-
purpose because you're in the game. You're playing the game.
I have my game.
Gotcha, bitch.
Exactly. So you want to play your own game, but you won't let us play the
Do you see
game.
how I cut him out? Because I don't want him in there. I want people to think that I'm submissive, like, oh, I'm going to look up to you, and then like, bam, beat you up.
I'm exactly.
So
Do you know how much
Catfish.
times I was...
Catfish,
I
yeah.
have photos of me literally shouting at him in those photos. Like, stand up straight. Put your hands in your pockets. There was videos of me literally telling him how to pose. Like, there's a video of him like looking down, putting his foot forward and putting his hands in his pockets. And I was just like, do that. No, look that way. Okay, now flex your jaw. Like, I'm literally telling him
do you
what
like
to
doing that stuff though?
No, because I just want him to
Exactly.
look attractive so he can finally get a girlfriend and leave me the fuck alone. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
You know?
Double, you know, that's a double you take, bro. Like that's also what I want
Like,
to
I
do.
want my friends to be hot. If
Me
I'm
too.
hot, you know,
I want all my listeners to be hot also and have game.
they are hot.
Yes.
That's why you're watching us.
Yeah. Catfishes.
Tell you not what to do.
No, okay. I'm sure.
Where was I brought into this?
Do you think you're more dominant than most men?
Me?
Yes, I'm talking to you now. I'm like really intrigued.
Most men? Like, most men?
Like most guys you've spoken to.
How many guys have I punched? How many guys have I outdone?
True,
Like,
true, but that's not. Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
men out there that.
I wouldn't say I'm more dominant than most men. Like, I know I'm more dominant than you.
Right, of
I know I'm
course.
more dominant than you.
Quite obvious, yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Get the rocks.
Top
I have a big ego when it comes to my masculinity. Like, I'm gonna admit it. I do have a big ego when it comes to my
It is there. I do see it. Yeah.
Because I mean, I've shown my masculinity and I've proven myself how many times on how many accounts, and I still think that.
You know what I think is very interesting is that when you were telling me when you're with someone that you do switch it up a bit and become more submissive because
Yeah.
I think I that's what we like, and I think you just
yeah.
want to piss us off. Like you just want
But-
us to leave you alone. You're just like get away.
Like I'll make jokes, be like, I'll punch you, hee hee. Me thinking like I'm gonna fucking push you up. Like that's like I'm literally gonna hit you. If I joke about me punching you, then it's fine. But if I say I'm gonna hit you in the face, I'm gonna hit you in the face.
Fair.
Have you ever been punched by a girl?
Never, no.
You wanna get punched?
I have.
I wouldn't
Made a grown
mind.
man cry. Just one.
And that was on his arm.
You see what I mean? The simp levels are getting out of hand, boy.
I made him fall on the floor by punching him on his arm. On his fucking arm.
What a pussy.
What a pussy.
Can I ask you-
grown ass man.
I just want to ask.
with
I just want to ask
With
you
a wife and
question.
kid.
Do you guys want some more wine?
Yes.
Actually, no more wine for Cash. She's been going off for a while.
Yeah, getting a bit much.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you, bro, would you prefer a girl
That is able to step up when you need to step up. Let's say someone's fucking invading the house and shooting everywhere. Do you want a girl that's gonna be like
I am the girl shooting up the house.
exactly?
Crazy.
You see,
Fetty,
red flag.
I just have one question for you.
Yeah,
Where did you find these girls?
bro.
On the beach.
Cape Town for you, guys. Cape Town. What was I gonna say? Would you rather have a girl that's actually like proactive, or okay? I know I'm into submissive girls, right? But the fault in that is that they're kind of dumb. Like they kind of like if someone
Look at the girl you met on the beach.
if someone is invading the house, the girls I'm with will probably scream and cry and complain as I'm trying to fucking get out and survive, you know, which is not what you need in that situation.
Yeah, not in that situation.
You know what I mean? So what would you prefer? Because I do know dominant girls, like maintaining them is not easy, bro. Like having an educated girl with an opinion is not for the weak. We've all seen that saying, bro. And like it's definitely not for me. It's a lot.
Opinionated
Yeah.
girls. You don't have to be educated, but a lot of
Even
opinionated bitches.
But what would you prefer?
Would you prefer a submissive, ditzy bitch, or a masculine, proactive bitch, like a bitch that knows how to do certain shit in certain situations?
I wanted to be proactive in other situations.
You can't have the best of both worlds, but choose one or the other.
One, you have to choose one or the other.
That's it. Like choose submissive or dominant.
Submissive.
Submissive.
So you want to go?
Oh my gosh, help me! I'm getting robbed.
Yeah, like she's screaming.
Then she dies.
Exactly.
Then you don't
You
have
probably
a
also
submissive-
died.
Well, I don't want it to try and be more dominant than me.
I mean, when we got robbed, I stepped up my game.
Tell us more about that. What happened?
Basically, when we got robbed, I mean, I was like, what, 13? And our house got invaded by two guys. I mean, these guys have been seen in our neighborhood like for a while. And we hadn't yet had our gate. So we just had like our normal front door. We didn't have our gate built yet. It was busy being built. The guy walks in, I don't know how, I think we might have left the door open.
Yeah.
Because it was only like 7 o'clock. And they managed to get in our backyard. And they waited apparently in our backyard because now we have cameras. So like, I mean, not now, but we had cameras. And they took down the cameras, they broke the cameras. But we still have footage of it. And basically, I mean, I have like this little baseball bat that I keep underneath my bed. Just for shits and giggles.
You
like,
see what I mean? That's what I like about a dominant bitch, right? She thinks like proper. You know what I mean? That's some
and my dad
proper
has
shit.
a fake shotgun. He doesn't obviously have a real shotgun, but he has a fake one.
Is it a pelican?
No, it's like a you
Airsoft.
go, and then
Airsoft,
goes,
yeah.
it's one of those.
Okay.
Not like bang or it just goes.
Okay.
And basically, I hear noises. My parents are like asleep because they had like Bible study and I'm like tipping, whatever.
Yeah.
These guys come from the back door. We always leave the back door open for the dog. So they got in from the back door, and then because you can go around like this from the front yard to the back. And I hear noise because my room is in the backyard, so I saw shadows, and I was like, I know for a fact my fucking parents are sleeping, and my sister's sleeping. So I was like, I'm gonna go check it out. So obviously I go check it out, and I mean I still have the baseball bat broken, but the guys come from the bright room, and they start screaming at me. My parents wake up. My dad brings the fake shotgun thingy. And I bring the baseball bat. My dad's shouting at me to get like back with my mother and like lock the door. And I was like, fuck this shit. I hit the guy straight in the face. And I'm just like, then I start screaming at the other guy. I was like, you want some? I'm a 13-year-old chick that's like screaming at a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
And he's double my size. Mentally not smart.
Yeah.
Could have pulled a gun, could have pulled a knife.
Yeah.
But luckily, thank God, he didn't have anything on him. They were just trying to steal some shit and leave.
Do you think your dad would have known they were there if you didn't get up and go and like,
No.
You see what I mean, bro?
Proactive, but you need that sometimes. Dog. I can't handle.
Someone who's like pointing out the obvious, like if we're being attacked or something, like, oh my god, we're being
I can see that, bitch. You know what I mean?
But you're saying
No fucking way.
you're saying submissive versus dominant, not
Yes, but
not proactive.
No. I place.
That's like a
in my-
different.
Okay, fair. In my head, dominant and proactive are the same. I feel like it's just survival instincts.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But I've always
Survival
been like,
instincts are a good thing.
Yes, of course. No, of
Yeah.
course. 100%.
Obviously.
But I've always
Yeah.
been aggressive. Like, it's just something that's with me. I was just like, I'm going to take this opportunity to beat the fuck out of this man and then I'm going to leave.
What about your friend? Is she like you?
Holy fuck.
Submissive or dominant? What do you
I'm
think?
both. I'm actually a
Best of both worlds, like
Yeah.
you said, okay.
So I'm submissive when I have to be, and when it's cold for me. But if shit hits the fan,
She knows how to hit your screw.
Yeah.
Her head is screwed on.
Yeah, that's all I ask for, right? Just a screwed on head. I feel like a lot of girls.
Would you agree with me? I feel like a lot of girls are very into themselves.
yes,
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yes.
A lot of girls have egos the size of a mountain.
Yes. I wonder who we're talking about.
Who we Talking about
Who are we talking about, Kat?
who are we talking about?
You told me.
Because we're talking about you, then that's correct.
Yes, no, she didn't.
Matt posts like 7 things a day and be like, yo, agitate this, agitate that. And then it's like, yo, I'm the sexiest man alive. The chick is watching the thing like,
Confidence is key, bro.
what the fuck is up with this
You must
guy?
love yourself. You must love yourself. And no one will self-love in that, you know.
He's just laughing like this, man.
Nah, but you know, once you said though, Kat, yeah, you want someone more dominant than you, but don't you think that's gonna cause a lot of clashes?
Yes.
Is that what you want? Is that what you want? She sounded so excited about that, bro.
Yo, wow.
I need a sound system of like red flag, haram.
No. I don't get excited about it. But it does, like, I'm not excited like, yes, oh my gosh, trouble. I'm like, more like, yes, it does. Because I have had that issue. With my ex-situationship, we had a lot of trouble because he would say, I can't wear this or I can't wear that. And me being, like, dependent and, like, knowing that I've been alone for so long, I can wear what I want, I can be where I want. Then I'm like, oh, why is this man trying to tell me what to do? You understand?
Fam, some girl told me the other day, we were speaking about that exact conversation, and I said to her, so I'm the type of guy that would tell you can't wear this and that. I'm not proud of it, it's just who I am, and I accept it and I embrace it. And
Your dog is eating the chips. The
Joke.
Gatsby.
What a douche. Yeah, look at it. Guilty.
what was I saying?
Go lie down.
And she was saying she really likes that. She thinks that's hot. Like if she sends you a picture.
I did find it attractive.
Okay, cool. But then she said, I'm not gonna listen to you though. But I'm like, okay, yeah.
No, but I did find it attractive. He made me see like the appropriateness of like some of my posts. He made me like not see that it's wrong, but just see like there's a time and place for everything. I mean, I used to have a lot of bikini photos on, and then he made me like see it like, no, you shouldn't post this much. And I felt like really blessed to have that because I can see it from a male's point of view, and I do like that. Then I was like, okay, I'll remove some, but I'm still gonna be, you know, going to the beach and not gonna fucking wear. Flashing.
Okay, it's probably gonna die soon, but we'll carry
Probably soon.
the audio on anyways.
Okay, and then so like I would wear what I want, but with his approval, but not severe approval. Not like, okay, must I wear like a scarf and like a long sleeve?
I know what you're saying, but who's this guy? Who's this guy that got you to listen? I need to take some notes from him.
Oh, he has a girlfriend now. I broke up with him due to the fact that it became a bit controlling. I saw it as like a blessing at first, and then it started turning into severe controlling. Like I couldn't go to places, I couldn't go to work. When we broke up, I doubt that he's gonna see this, but like when we broke up, he went to my mother begging for me to get back together with him at her work.
That's
kind of hot. Some girls would find that hot.
I don't know. That's a bit weird, bro.
It is
After
weird.
saying you were controlling,
But they like that.
he was full on snot in trane. Soos met my ma soos, asseblief tannie Katrien, asseblief. Then my ma soos, okay, I think you need to go now.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
My mom was on my side. She's the one that told me to break up with him. So
Because of the controllingness.
yeah, she was like, she didn't like it because we were at dinner and I told him about my future, about moving to the Northern Cape for after my studies.
Yeah.
And he was doing this, and as soon as I said Northern Cape and like me moving, my family agreed. He went like this.
Because he was sad.
But I didn't want to see you leave.
No, he looked pissed off.
Of course he was, because he's losing his bitch. I'm sorry. No, let me ask a general question, please. Generalizing. In the world, stats-wise, who do you think is
problematic in a relationship, the man or the woman? Who causes the most problems?
Woman.
My man.
My man.
So you admit you're the problem?
Women.
I didn't say we're the problem. I said
Do you not feel like you like similar
men
to
are the
like...
problem, but I don't sterilize. Sterilize?
I think there's problems come from both of them.
Sterilize.
I think problems come from both of them. I think the main issue is in relationships, men don't speak about what's bothering them, and women speak too much about what's bothering
Yeah,
them.
that's really it. She got
Because
that
there
right.
must be like
Write that down.
communication, and if you're not both going to communicate your side at an appropriate time,
And in a healthy way.
then what are you guys doing?
But where do you draw the line between a man being communicating and a man being too communicating?
See how you're
if you can
talking
say
right
that.
now? Talk to me like that about your problems.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Don't be
Because I have so many problems.
Talk to me about them. I'm
Could write a book.
interested.
Could write so much, write a long thing. But
That's the thing. Like I understand.
that balance is important. And I understand that I like sometimes I have to talk. So like for example, if my dad asks me how was your day, I don't tell him. I'm just like, yeah, I did what I needed to do, shop. If my mom asks me, I'm more emotional about it. But that's because I know women work off emotions quite easily, and I can manipulate her easier. If I'm joking. That was a joke. That was supposed to be a
Women
joke.
listen.
All jokes have a little bit of
to
underlying
emotional
truth.
things, in my opinion.
I know that guys
Yeah.
for a fact. I mean, I'm friends with more guys than chicks, way more, and that's
Red flag.
very much so. We've spoken about this.
Yeah.
I connect more with guys, and when I've noticed when we're at like a braai or something, or we're just sitting in my mate's room, guys do talk with each other. They do, but not to like a level of, I'm feeling so sad.
Yeah, no, I feel like
It's like, yeah, bro, I'm feeling like really depressed right now. And they're like, yeah, wait, what's up? And
yeah,
they're like,
that's the thing. That's why many like friendships don't prosper, especially like male friendships, because when you get a girlfriend, you're closer with her than you are with your best friend, because you can tell her more stuff and she cares more. She's got a healing nature, and that's why like the message I try to like get across is like embrace masculinity, choose your boys over your girl, put them first, put your friends first. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys let
Bros
that go.
before hoes.
Exactly, a lot of guys let that go because of the emotional aspect of it. Like, bro, a chick could just give me the right eyes and I will tell her my whole life story, bro. I've said I don't know how many times I've spoken about my life story for no good reason whatsoever, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You know when you realize,
your life story?
you know when you realize you haven't, she hasn't raised me up. You know when you realize you've do you know that moment when you realize you've overshared? I get that like every other day, bro. Like I just always overshare.
But
I get
Fetty,
that feeling as well, but like it's a feeling that only you're feeling. The person that you're talking to doesn't feel that way.
Exactly.
Majority of the time.
Yeah.
So it's all in your mind.
but Fetty, don't you think if you tell a girl too much about yourself, it takes that aspect of mysteriousness away?
Fuck off.
It's like if I'm not planning on being around for long, then I'll just give her everything at once.
I did
My
that.
man.
You're one of us. You're one of us. No, Katia has made it clear. So you said it was a red flag that she has a lot of guy friends, but like trust me, I've learned from being friends with her for like such a short amount of time that there's no chance here, bro. She's like so dominant and masculine. Like I'll say something super flirtatious and she'll be like, "Stop that right now!" Like she made it very clear. Like we can be friends, but nothing more. And I feel like that's what she is with most guys. And what I'm really curious of is how
I choose my guy friends very carefully.
But how have you managed to keep that? Like it's
you know how I act around you? I'm like 10 times worse. Like with my matric dance squad, I'm just like, shut the fuck up, don't. Because he's liked me for many years. I've told him, I've done some other things to kind of show him.
What things have you done?
Now I'm curious.
Tell us what you've done.
I did something to really push him off, but it didn't work.
How bad was it? From a scale from 1 to 10. Pretty bad.
That bad.
And it didn't work.
No, it was pretty bad now that I think about it.
You see what I mean?
That's what I did last night.
Huh?
That's what I did last night.
Oh, hectic.
What
What you did last night was pretty hectic.
Yeah.
So we've established Kalia is the problem, yeah?
Yeah.
She's the problem.
No, but like with him, like I'm very confident with being his friend, but he's more confident like he's gonna get me sometime. But it's not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we kissed in grade 9 as a dare, and then we tried to date, and then I was just like, okay, no, I'm friends with him for a reason. And he just kept on pushing and pushing, and I even took a break from our friendship. I was like, you need to decide whether or not you want to be friends with me, or if you want to carry on being a harde gat person and not take no for an answer.